Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Tina with Life in the Piedmont. On my channel, you will find me doing canning, food preservation, dehydration, cooking and baking from scratch. And if you are new here, I am so thankful that you are here. Thank you for being here. And if you've been around for a while, thank you for continuing to stick with me as I walk my journey and you support my channel. So today we are part of a collaboration, 30 Days of Preparedness, hosted by Michelle over at Big Valley Living. Thank you, Michelle, for asking me to be part of this collaboration. And friends, when I think about preparedness, I think about stocking up on stuff. Not that I'm a necessarily like the, I guess you could call me a prepper, but I do prepare for things. I do. I can my food. I make sure that we have food and certain items that can last us for a good year, if not longer. Um, and it comes in handy. It comes in handy. One, it's for convenient, but two, any type of natural disaster that can happen in our country, if you have a medical problem, if you have a job loss, it's one less thing that you have to really stress about. And like, how are you going to provide for your family? Because you've already done the work and you've provided by, canning your food, preserving your food, dehydrating your food. And that's what I'm here to talk to you about today. That's dehydration. So I dehydrate a lot of different things, and I want to show you one of the things that I've been working on, which is new, but it is part of now of my little farm stand when I go to market, and I'm really thrilled about that. So one of the things, if you remember back in 2020, you couldn't find flour, you couldn't find yeast, and everybody was on the kick of making sourdough. And I have a sourdough starter that I absolutely love. And part of that is the discard that you dump. Well, what I have done is I have created a dehydrated version of my starter, and I researched and I studied how to reconstitute that. And so I've gone ahead and dehydrated a bunch of my discard, and I'm gonna put this in my blender. I guess I'm gonna powder it up. I don't necessarily have to powder it up, but I'm going to, and we're gonna turn this into a little powder, and I will be storing this for future use, maybe even selling it. I did sell some on Saturday at market, and it comes with the instructions on how to reconstitute it. So I'm basically going to put that in there. We're going to put on our little mini blender, and we're going to give this a 1, 2, 3. It's going to be noisy. All right, as you can see, I've gone ahead and created a powder out of this. As you can see, and I will follow my instructions, and I will reconstitute this into a sourdough starter, and I will be able to make bread. I think it's important. I think it's really important when you are working on things and being prepared for something. You don't want to fall in a situation where you can't find yeast or flour. So if you got into the sourdough, or if you know somebody, maybe they can help you out with some of the sourdough here, or let me know. So we are gonna just, wasn't that beautiful? So that is my sourdough. I will be able to make bread if for some reason something happens and I'm not able, to get flour, the yeast or something to make regular bread. Anyway, sourdough has a lot of different benefits for you as well. It's better on your digestive system. So I'm gonna set this aside for right now, and we are going to get to our next one. One of the things I think is really important is you can hydrate pretty much everything, right? But I think potatoes is really important to dehydrate because one, they are a starch. Two, you can do a lot of different things with potatoes. You can make mashed potatoes, you can make scallop potatoes, you can add, the potato flakes. You can do the same concept that I did with the sourdough and, grind it up, make some flakes. You can make potato rolls with them. And most importantly, you can have some dehydrated potatoes to add into soups, breakfast casseroles, that type of stuff. So what I did first, in order to dehydrate potatoes, you have to cook the potatoes first. You can either cook them in the oven or you can boil them. You can dehydrate them with the skins on too if you want. I'm opting to peel my potatoes and not use the skins. And you are going to cut these down probably to like, let me cut this in half, probably like a third of an inch thickness. Nothing too, I'm going to do a little thinner, but nothing too thick because you want them to be able to dehydrate properly. And I will put these in my dehydrator for, anywhere between 12 to 24 hours at 125 degrees. And I will show you what these dehydrated potatoes look like. And hopefully together we can reconstitute these and these get dried in time. So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm just laying them on my rack, just spacing them apart. And there you have it, friends. So I am gonna finish cutting these up. I have quite a few potatoes to do here. And I wanna get these going in the dehydrator, and I'll show you next steps for us. Hey friends, I am back. Our potatoes are dehydrated. I wanna show you what they look like. And we are gonna give it the test. And here's what the potato looks like. I don't know if you can see that. It's clear all the way through. And listen, that means it's completely dried all the way through. I find that having dehydrated potatoes on hand for any situation is one, going to help you get your meals together, one, a lot faster. Two, it's going to help thicken the meals. So for some reason, if you're running low on stuff, you know that you have these potatoes. My coffee pot's going off. You'll have these potatoes. It'll help fill the bellies and stretch a long way. Also, it's just another way of preserving your food and being prepared, whether you can dehydrate or freeze dry. Now, what I'm going to do with these, I'm actually going to take these and I am going to put them in long-term storage with a Mylar bag and an oxygen absorber, and I will label it with today's date and the year to make sure that I have it. And then when I want to go use it, remember, I'm referencing this book. I get no commission or anything. It's just a really great resource book. It has a lot of great recipes in here. And when I want to rehydrate these, I am going to quickly add some water. We'll just do this really quick, and I'll put a couple in here. So what you'll do is when you make your meal or whatever you decide to make, once you add the liquid in here and you cook it, you'll actually have softened up your potato. I'm going to take a couple of them right now, and we're just going to drop them in some water, and they'll start softening up. You can use these in anything. Soups, casseroles, side dishes. Perfect for scallop potatoes or au gratin potatoes. So yeah, so there is my preparedness. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you can dehydrate your potatoes too, or maybe you don't have a dehydrator. I talked about many ways to dehydrate in like 5 different ways if you don't have a dehydrator. Maybe you freeze dry them. I don't know, but friends, it's just another way to prepare your home and your family for anything that can come your way. So once again, Michelle, I want to thank you for allowing me to participate and asking me to in these 30 days of preparedness. I've had a lot of fun. It helps my creativity, but I do appreciate it. And I'm going to get going, friends, because I am done with this. I want to package these up and get them stored away. So be blessed, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.